不是よアホ。
プリズムパワーメイクアップオーカードレディー。
Welcome to Shojo Tell, where we discuss shoujo manga and tell who's hot and who's not, talk about themes, and just generally geek out. Today, July 10th, 2026, we'll be shoujo and telling about the first 9 volumes of Red River by Chie Shinohara. So it's roughly the first third of the series, the first 3 omnibuses.
Omnibuy? Is it omnibuses?
I don't know. I've never heard the word omnibuy. But now I'm going to question it. So great. I don't know, man. I'm your host, Ashley McDonald, and I'm joined by my husband, Asher Sofman. Hello, Asher.
Hello, Ashley.
All right, Asher, tell everybody why you're here for this biggie in particular.
I mean, first thing is I live here, and that makes it easy.
I could have gotten other people to do
You could have.
Red River.
You absolutely could have, because Red River it does have that kind of following. But the other reason is I never read all of it, but I was into it when I was younger. My brother has all the volumes, which is what we're reading now. And the main reason, I think, is I am a rabbi and I studied biblical civilizations back in the day. So while I didn't I don't have scholarly knowledge of the Hittite Empire in particular, I do know something about the ancient Near East, and particularly their religions and how all that works.
Great. This is how my husband sold himself to me on why he gets to do the biggie Red River. And now we're here.
And
And we're doing it. All right. So this first 10 to 15 minutes will be a spoiler-free discussion where we keep it really high level. Just talk about what the series is generally about, very high-level feelings about what we've read so far. From there, I will give a spoiler warning. I will say, again, that this is the first third, so what's a spoiler? Anyway, all right, let's continue. Asher, what is Red River about?
So our girl Yuri is almost 15 years old, a Japanese schoolgirl, is almost about to have a boyfriend, maybe. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Or something.
Her grades are good. Her parents are proud of her. Anyway, she falls through a puddle and ends up in Wonderland. No, just kidding. She ends up in the ancient Hittite Empire because she has been summoned to be a sacrifice by the evil queen of the Hittite Empire, the Tawanana Nakia. Is she Nakia or is the other one? No, she's Nakia.
She's Nakia.
Names, man.
It's going to be a struggle.
It's going to be a struggle. So Queen Nakia, I don't know. These ancient things, we don't really know how to pronounce them. Also, they're in Japanese. And they were in
now
the
you're pronouncing
it
Japanesely, but that might not be right.
Might not be right. Transliterated into Japanese, then retransliterated into English, It's fun.
Sometimes the transliterations did change volume to volume.
That's true. Her name didn't.
No.
Anyway, this evil queen, her son is the youngest son of the emperor, but she wants him to be on the throne, obviously. But there are all these other sons in front of him. So she's got to bump some of them off, which you can only do for some reason by sacrificing this particular girl from this time and place that wasn't here. Anyway, Yuri ends up in the Hittite Empire and is like, what? And runs immediately into the third prince, Prince Kail, who is, how would you describe him? Ye old shoujo womanizer guy. Hot womanizer guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the smarminess of a womanizer after volume 1.
Yeah, he gives off the impression of womanizer guy. And he decides to protect this strange little girl because, he knows Queen Nakia's up to something. he knows that she wants him dead and his brother's dead. And he's like, I'm not really about that. So sure, I'll help this random little girl who, I don't know where she came from. And as one does in a shoujo manga, they fall in love.
In love.
In love. Anyway, it's a story about political machinations, a light dose of magic, and a lot of sexual peril.
So much sexual peril. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Would you say you were like, oh, she probably got assaulted like just once a volume, nine times.
Yeah.
Cool. So, well, you already kind of said your familiarity with the series. You had read it a while ago.
I actually want to say the first 7 volumes, 7 or 8.
We're beyond where you read.
We are beyond where I read. Yes. I remember spoiler, but not spoiler.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I must admit that I had never read this until right now.
She's so into it, guys. It's so cute.
So, yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about what we like about the series now. But I'm going to preface this with Asher had started reading it first because Asher reads faster than me. So I like try to take notes. Are they useful? I don't know. I still do it anyway. So sometimes it's useful to look back like while we're recording and stuff. Anyway, So Asher begins and I was like, okay, so is it good? And he's like, well, it's pretty good, but I mean, it's a 90s shoujo manga, so like it's problematic and like it's not great, I would say. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll temper my expectations.
Yeah, see, I did you a favor. Now you think it's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I see what he did here. So then I start reading and I'm like, what do you mean this is great? She's got a knife. Like she's gonna cut people. Like, yeah, she could cut me. Like, that's fine. Because maybe, all right, so we also, before recording had talked briefly, like, I was like, oh, it's also great because I really love like 90s isekai stuff. Like my formative series are The Vision of Escaflowne and Fushigi Yugi. So I was like, yeah, like I miss this vibe. Like I miss before isekai was ruined by Sword Art Online and all the ilk that has, and vending machines, like whatever, like not about that. I'm like, yes. Girl in peril with her hot men who protect her, but then they also get to cut people. Like, yes, I love that. That's great. And yeah, I'm like, Asher thought that there needed to be shown more work for the relationship, and I'm like, nah, he corny. Kail corny, and I love him. Yeah. And we discussed how, like, compared to Fushigi Yugi, so Fushigi Yugi was very much written when Watase was not very old. I think Watase was like 22 when they started Fushigi Yugi. And so it feels very teenage because, like, going back in time part, like, Escaflowne kind of has this too, but like more magical, like less bound by a real place. So it's like, I was like, yeah, I'm getting like cool Fushigi Yugi vibes. And Asher's like, yeah, but this very much reads like it's written by an adult with an adult perspective, and Yuri is doing things that don't make any sense for a 16-year-old but are very story-wise satisfying for her to be so like confident and such a badass and everything. And I'm like, yes. Anyway, I really like it. Asher, how do you feel?
I like it.
Yeah, but
you kind of said how
it.
Yeah. You kind of already said my feelings on it. It's good. I do like I love fantasy politics, but like on that front, it's not amazing.
Because it's constrained by real politics that had to happen?
No, I think it's more like core concept is bonkers. Like, why did she need to summon a girl from another world to sacrifice? Like, bananas.
I don't know.
She has so many poisons, she can just kill them.
But then they would think that she did it.
She seems very confident that no one will ever know these poisons were her. Anyway.
Okay, the fighting with Nakia, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. The actual fantasy part of it, where Nakia can summon people from another world and has all these like magical poisons. That seems silly, but the rest of it is good. Okay.
It's all right. I mean, I like smarter politicians when it comes to fantasy politics. I want people like outmaneuvering each other like crazy.
Okay, no, see, I'm gonna forgive it because I'm like, this is 1500 BCE or whatever. Like, we did not. No, it wasn't that clever.
You underestimating people just because they existed a little while ago.
A little while ago.
Just a tiny bit ago.
Over 3,000 years ago.
just a minute ago.
Yeah, I am underestimating them because I think that we've learned a lot between now and then. I think you have to try harder now to like outmaneuver your enemies. Like, it was a little simpler back then.
Maybe.
You had less.
I just feel like I feel like most characters' motivations are pretty like one note, or it's not exactly that any of their motivations are shallow or that they're shallow. They all feel pretty real. It's more that
the good versus evil aspects of it can be very simplistic.
Yeah. They're all very simple characters, really. Nobody's complicated, which can be fine. It's good. Sometimes that's great. I don't always want it. And I like my fantasy politics to be crazy.
Okay.
It's just me.
Normally, I agree with you, right? Like, I don't like when everything is so black and white. And I do have some gripes with that about this series that I think we will get further into when we actually discuss like plot points. But overall, I'm just like, I guess I'm just more in the space of being like, it's not a fantasy.
I guess
like, I know that it is, but it's like, that's not the part that my brain is focusing on.
I feel like when you set things this far in the past, there's not that much of a difference really between fantasy and history, which maybe is a funny thing for me to say as someone who spent a little more time in these eras than you. But
I mean, I definitely saw a Blue Sky post today from some, I think, historian who was like, everybody thinks that the people who have studied a time period are the ones who are going to be a stickler when it's like not portrayed correctly in some form of media, but that is wrong. Like,
it is wrong. We're the ones who know how ridiculous it is to think that we know anything about these times.
Yeah. So they're like, I love The Princess Bride or whatever.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, exactly. That person gets me.
Yeah. So that's what you're saying, right?
That is absolutely what I am saying.
Okay. I get you. I understand. Okay. Well, see, I am trying to staunchly defend this, but it's hard because Ash are smarter than me. So.
That's not true. Look, Red River is good. I
feel like a person who's fighting you saying you hate it because you gave it like 3.5 stars, and I'm like, do you hate her? So, it's just so unreasonable. Like,
yeah, I do not hate Red River. I think it's fun and good. I love watching this tiny little Japanese child, kick people's butts. Like, stand up to the prince, to the daughter of the Queen of Egypt,
Yeah. She's just like, I don't care what your rank is. Like, this is wrong.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and I want the maneuvering.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't
Not
have
the
to be
manga
sorry.
review. That's not what you're getting here.
I know.
We'll get into it. Okay. So, in case you haven't heard, somehow, Red River has an anime that's coming out now, even though this was published, again, started in 1995. Okay, so we're 31 years removed from it, but it's getting an anime now. I have heard mixed things about it. I have not yet had the chance to watch the first episode, I will admit, because
That's right, it's out.
Trying to read it. Yeah, Asher has been trying to write a fanfic thing.
Wow, out me on the internet like this.
Yeah, just outing you. Some fanfic contest thing, just furiously typing. And I work and I was trying to read this to make this. You know, it's a hard life. So all of that is to say that Viz, I think, in preparation for the anime coming out, has been re-releasing Red River as omnibuses. It is published by Viz Media's Shojo Beatline, so it is readily available as omnibus in omnibus editions. I do think that they have not quite, I think like there's 2 more volumes that they have to do. One of them comes out literally like in a week. So, okay. I don't know. Maybe there's 2 more after that. The point is not quite all the way done, but will be soon. And confusingly to me, you can read Red River in the Viz app, but it is not available for purchase digitally at the time of this recording, which is just like a licensing mind.
That sounds very weird.
Yeah, like I don't really know what happened there, but I can only assume some weird licensing crap happened there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and licensing rights always suck for consumers. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
How do I know? How do I know? Yep.
How do you know?
Working in digital publishing has sure been all about them subsidiary rights being too confusing for consumers. And you know what? So fair. Anyway, let us move on to talk about concrete things that have happened in these first 9 volumes so that we can explain why we're like, it's a little too black and white. Haha, history, like whatever. Okay. So this is a spoiler warning. We're gonna like spoil all the things from here. Again, it is only the first 9 volumes of 28. So if you don't think that's a spoiler, then who am I to judge, man? I think that I definitely wouldn't listen to the next 2 episodes if I hadn't read it, you know? All right, that's where I'm at. All right, so we're gonna spoil all the things now. Here we go. All right, so to situate people in what is the end of volume 9, where we've left off, and
where we last met our hero.
Yeah, where we last met. So we just finished a shortish arc where Yuri goes to a town that's suffering from a plague and has like taken down a false Ishtar. And we appear, you know, this is literally a chapter, so I don't really know where it's going to go from here because I haven't read it before. We appear to be getting a new arc that perhaps addresses Kail's past lovers. One of them has brought a child and claimed that it's his, and, you know, is going to try to be like, you have to marry me, and this is your rightful heir, or whatever, you know, because she's like from a respectable, like, upper class family or something. So I don't know, maybe what I just said is super wrong, but that's where we left off. Okay, because despite Asher's gripes, this is largely an arc based manga of political machinations. Okay, the problem is they're not fantasy enough. They're very political.
they're very political. They're just, it's not even that they're not fantasy enough. It's just like, that's the best you could come up with, Queen Nakia? I don't know.
Yes, Queen Nakia is not smart. I think of, okay, maybe this is incorrect, but I think of Queen Nakia as like a Sailor Moon villain.
Yeah, but like a Sailor Moon villain of the day. So she like
Yes.
Queen Beryl. She's got nothing on Queen Beryl.
She just keeps coming back. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like I think of her as like Team Rocket.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
She is not smart, and it's very sad.
Yeah, she's like these villains, but with like no comedy, so it's like doesn't land as well. You're just like, you're so dumb, you know. Like, whatever. Anyway, the point is we're gonna go through it by arcs and try to bring up any relevant characters, historical points, themes, as is relevant to the arc. Okay. Would you like to explain what happens in the first arc, or would you like me to try to fumble my way through this?
I think you should try to fumble your way through this because you made me do the overall summary. You made me do work.
I always do make you do the overall.
Yeah. Except for the one time I made you do it.
Oh, which one was that?
I don't remember now, but like there was definitely one time
somewhere in this 130 episode backlog. Okay.
Where I was like, yeah.
Well, so this first arc is kind of hard because I feel like a bunch of different small things happen, but they're not each individually an arc anyway. So, you know, obviously we set up bringing this random high school girl from Japan, from 1995 Japan to 1500 BCE Mesopotamia. Yes, Queen Nakia, for some reason, is like, I have to summon this girl, and then I have to use her blood in a sacrifice to kill all the other princes. That'll work. That sounds fun. So initially, there's kind of like a duel, I would say, between Nakia and Kail, where, so first of all, the manga does funny fantasy stuff where initially she runs into Kail, Yuri runs into Kail, and is like, I can't understand any of these people. Because of course. And then she runs into Kail, and Kail for some reason is like, in order to protect this girl who I don't understand, but I'm a womanizer, I must pretend that we are having a sexually charged moment. So he kisses her, and then from there she can understand everybody. Great. I love it. Great. No notes. So a lot of this initial arc is like kind of a duel between Nakia and Kail using sorcery to either try to kill Yuri or to protect Yuri, right? They're just having a go back and forth. And see, this is the part that I didn't understand. And maybe you have an answer, or maybe you're like, no, this is part of the stupidity. So I was like, hold up. Even if Kail managed to send her back to Japan with his sorcerer power that we never bring up again after this arc, what would prevent Nakia from just summoning her back?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it took for her to summon her in the first place.
I mean, it had to be the wet season or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Like, okay.
There's some seasonality. She's got like a 3-month window or whatever.
Right.
A 1-month window. Beyond that, I don't really remember or understand. Yeah, I was just like, this seems stupid.
Yeah. I imagine there was more built into that because usually, I mean, across cultures, if you're doing a sacrifice to make something happen, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So dragging a girl all the way from Japan 3,000 something years in the future, right? Did I do that math right? Whatever. You probably took, you know, she probably had to kill a lot of goats.
Yeah. No, I think oh no, that was a different thing where she like fake poisoned a goat. To trick people.
Yeah.
No, again, I'm sure that there were conditions upon which Nakia could summon her. I just didn't understand. Like, I don't think there was a concrete reason given for why, even if Kail managed to send her back, that doesn't keep her in Japan. Like, why couldn't Nakia just do those conditions again? I don't know. Anyway. flimsy premise, whatever. So yeah, the heart of the arc is centered around this servant boy named Tito. So what happens with him is that he gets possessed by Nakia as a way to like kill Yuri, but they manage to disable that. And then Yuri's like, oh, as part of the conditions of me being sent back, everything needs to be exactly the same. Like the star needs to be exactly in the sky, and it needs to be the wet season, and I need my clothes that I came in. Which again, you're like, Nakia could have easily prevented her ever returning by burning her clothes, but Nakia tries to be clever and is like, this is a trap to get her to come here, and then I can kill her if she thinks she can get her clothes back. And Yuri will always fall into a trap. Yuri's great at this.
She knows how to move a plot.
She knows how to move a plot. Just run straight into danger.
Exactly. She knows what she's about. She knows what she's about.
She's good. Yeah. All right. So she goes. She's like, I'm going to go get my clothes back. And Tito's, of course, like, Prince Kail told you to stay. Okay, I'll go with you.
Right? Look, he's 13. If a pretty 15-year-old girl told you to do anything as a 13-year-old boy, you'd do it.
She did not tell him to do it. Let's be clear.
That's true. She let him come, though.
Of course, because she's Yuri and she does not learn lessons this way. Okay, this is the first time, so we'll let her slide on this one.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get better. So
No.
So yes, so then of course Nakia, again I just explained, set it as a trap. So there is a big old brute there ready to just kill and skin them. And Tito manages to protect Yuri, but dies himself and does get skinned. Very unpleasant.
It's gross. It's nasty.
Gross. That guy is real
from
gross.
the start, you are like, oh, we're not going to show the gore in the shoujo manga, but we're gonna imply it real hard.
Yeah, it goes places. So yeah, so this guy is named Zua, and he is head of this clan called the Kashgas. So then from here, Yuri is like, I skipped a bit of an important part where, because Tito got possessed by Nakia, they were going to execute him. And this is the first time that Yuri's like, I don't care about you royals and your rules and like anything. Like, you're not executing this innocent boy. And Kail's like, wow, like what a strange concept. Okay, so Tito, because of that, has like loyalty to her, and that's why he's like insistent upon coming. Anyway, right. He dies. So then from here, Yuri does feel like responsible for his death, like guilty about it, right? Like, she's like, if I had not been irresponsible in going to get my clothes, and if I had listened to Kail, then maybe Tito would not have died, and he was such a good boy. So Nakia is using Zua and the Kashigas to like cause chaos in the town where Tito grew up, so his family is there, and she has poisoned them with the idea that Yuri like literally killed Tito. So Kail and Yuri go and are like, no, the Kashigas did it, and we're gonna mess them all up now, and manage to fight with valor and bravery, and yes, convince them that Yuri did not literally kill Tito. But she's like, I do feel bad and responsible, and I am trying to make up for it. This is when Yuri gets a knife. She picks the best knife, which is just a small knife that's made of iron. And iron is stronger than the bronze or whatever they have at this point.
Yes.
And so this is another proof point that she is Ishtar. And Tito's sisters all come along for the rest of the story to be handmaidens.
Yep.
Yes. That's basically the first arc. And so obviously we get introduced to everybody. And as I said, Yuri gets a knife and like a horse. And she's literally just like, I'm a badass now. And I'm like, I'm here for you, girl.
I feel like we skipped something important, actually.
Oh, what did I skip?
We skipped the part where Kail, in order to keep Yuri at his side and not get executed for something or other.
Yeah.
He makes
this as like a given.
He makes the claim that she is the incarnation of Ishtar, which is a goddess in the local pantheon. It's not just the Hittite Empire. This pantheon applies to a lot of this area. There are echoes of it in Torah, in the Tanakh, or the Hebrew Bible for y'all non-Jews.
Most people.
What? That's bananas.
I know, we don't talk about that.
So this Ugaritic pantheon shows up, not Ishtar so much, but versions of these gods, slightly different names as language changes with the movement of peoples, shows up, usually in the enemies of the Israelites.
Yep. See, this isn't actually what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, what did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to be like, did you say that Prince Kail had to make her a concubine?
Oh, I guess that's important too.
Yeah.
You skipped that too.
This, because I don't care about Kail, like, as like a plot mover, I guess.
If you're trying to make an argument to me about like political machinations, like that one's kind of an important one.
Kail making her a concubine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he makes the claim that she's his concubine, and part of it is because the way that to negate Nakia's sorcery powers in the beginning, he's like, you need to stay with me at all times. Like, literally, you gotta get in my bed so I can protect you. She's like, what? No. Of course, she quickly just stops resisting. He's a hot prince. Come on now.
I don't think that's why she originally stops resisting. She's scared.
Oh, she's scared. He's the only one. He's the only one who's nice to her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the only one who's mean to him.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's the best dynamic.
Yes.
It's not that she's mean to him. She talks back to him and is like, this is wrong.
Yeah. And he's like, nobody has ever spoken to me this way before.
That's hot. I love it.
Yeah, he does. He's such a corny man. Okay, yeah. So for me, the standout moments in this arc were actually when, it's kind of like wrapped into the historical moment where initially she's like observing all these horses that they have. And she's like, nobody's riding these horses. And they're like, I think one of Tito's sisters are like, horses are not for riding. They are for war chariot pulling.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yuri's like, watch me. Right? And just like jumps off a building onto a horse. That
oh God, does she just do that? No. Those two moments do happen, but I don't think they're immediately connected.
Okay, whatever. The point is, she does ride a horse and surprise everyone, and they're like, what?
As you should, watching a girl jump off a building onto a horse.
Yep.
And they were both fine.
They were both fine. Yep. His legs would not have been hurt. And her whole vagina is fine.
You can't say that.
I did. I just said
God.
It. Her face makes it look like she's not fine, and that is so bad. Anyway, horses. That was fun. And then, Yuri learning to wield knives and like picking out a knife and just being like, okay, I can cut you all now. And I'm like, yep.
More schoolgirls should be armed.
More.
FBI, this is not a real statement I am making.
Yeah, I was like, wow, we're going to get taken out. So you don't like this arc?
No, it's okay. I mean, it's important. It establishes everything that comes after. Without Tito's death, without, making her a concubine and setting up this Ishtar stuff, nobody's motivations make sense.
No.
Or rather, this is the baseline. This is the foundation for Kail and Yuri to start to really care about each other. I like that it is kind of, they're not that into each other at first, romantically or sexually.
Yeah. Like there is no immediately like, oh my god, blushy is so hot or anything.
Yeah. And like when there is, it's often understandable as like, this is not my cultural mores. Mores? I actually don't know how to say that. I don't know how to pronounce that aloud. Or like, wow, you just like straight up put my boobs in your hand. Like, you just stop praising me like a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to see that start to grow from there as they like start to respect each other as people and friends and partners in this whole like help Kail survive, help Yuri survive thing. That's great. And I'm like, I think it was still finding its feet, particularly at the beginning. Because Nakia really feels like a Sailor Moon villain. You're right.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, no. I think largely a lot of the women in particular are not very fleshed out as characters. They're usually pretty fleshed out physically.
Yeah. They're all hotties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that like many of the men are more fleshed out, but
No, I don't think so. I just think it's particularly bad and noticeable with the women, maybe because we're sensitized to look for that. You know, we're always like, this is not
yeah.
not
Well, I
feminist
mean, I do
enough.
think the women also usually have less powers. Still, like they're less important usually overall.
Yeah. They have less power and less education. So there are fewer moves they can make besides, throw themselves at a man.
Yeah.
Except for the Tawanana, except for Queen Nakia.
Yeah. This opening arc is also like particularly disgusting, I think, with Zua. Like we mentioned his skinning, but he also just like straight up like licks Yuri's boob at one point or something. It was like
I forgot
really
about
gross. Yeah. Like I didn't emphasize that Yuri is still being highly sexually assaulted in this by Kail, because he like again they are not friends, they do not respect each other yet. He's just like, oh, you're fun, like you're supposed to be my concubine, I'm hot, come on. Like,
well, it's that, and he also like, oh, and you're a girl in distress and I'm a decent enough person to try to help you.
Yeah, but I'm saying when he does try to be like he tries to push it, and then he usually just like backs off because he's like, okay, fine, like not the time. Not the mood. Right?
Yeah he respects a no, but you do have to tell him no. Yeah,
like and then like the no does not persist to the next day. Like you have to say no again. So yeah,
he'll respect it for a week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't hold forever, It's not a proactive always engaged no until yes. It's a no for now. Try again? No.
Yeah.
Try again? No.
Yeah. Except for when she doesn't want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it, of course.
Yeah. Then he holds it too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
we gotta keep this tension going for like 28 volumes.
Oh my god.
We're only on volume 9. But it's just like, yeah, like Zua is just really gross. He wears the skins of the people that he has skinned. It's just like, that's a hard start.
It's gross. This is how she weeds out the weak readers.
Yeah, I guess. I do also feel like we should mention some side people. So Nakia has a priest man whose name is Yuri. Is that how you would say it? I don't know. Yuri. Sure, it is now. And he's usually like cloaked in a black cloak, looking shady and stuff, like he's a black magician or something.
Summon
Just-
my black magician.
Yeah, like
face
also,
down.
he's truly also part of the Sailor Moon villain Team Rocket vibes.
Except he's smarter than, or
Maybe.
he
No,
at
he's
least
not.
he's really not.
No.
But he's drawn.
I was like,
smarter.
Yes. Half of the things that you're blaming Nakia for are things that she got convinced to do by Uri, I feel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You should just not listen to men.
Shouldn't listen to men. They're dumb. And so, the Kail has a little group of trusted people. So he has a guy named Kikuri who's like his main servant. Like he's not important, but he's just always there.
Yeah, his valet, I guess.
Yeah. And then he has Ilbani, who is really the delight of this stuff.
Ilvani's his advisor, the one guy with a brain cell in this whole manga.
Yeah.
The one person with a brain cell. It's not limited to.
And you can see it dying actively in a lot of panels when other characters say dumb things.
Yeah. Poor Ilvani. We were definitely both convinced he was evil at first.
So evil. He's a so coded evil. Like his eyes.
Really is.
I was like, and then like in the beginning, I don't know, the way the panels are laid out and like the camera angles that he's given, I was like, oh, he for sure is like, Kail cannot stay with Yuri. Like this girl has gotta go, And I was like, he's gonna go tattle on Nakia.
Yeah. I bet originally he was supposed to be Urhi.
Oh.
Doesn't it make sense?
That would be, yeah. Wow.
I don't know. Whatever. Ilbani walked so Obi could run. So Obi could ninja run.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Gotta have your evil-eyed guy who gets things done.
Yeah, so Ilbani just like looks super evil, but then in the end, he's the one who's like, guys, team meeting. Gotta like keep Yuri and Prince Kail together and alive. Like what team meeting, And you're like, oh, how nice. I love to be surprised. Okay. So that's the setup. So then we get into this, like this is definitely the meatiest arc that we do, which again it has like sub parts to it, but so basically we've done that, and now this is the great Hittite Empire, but they have other empires around them who this is the time where maps are being redrawn constantly, right? Taking territory from other people. So one of the neighboring peoples, the Mitanni, who are coded as super evil. Here is where we are going to get into our discussion about, no, this is not how people work. They decide, it's like time to go. They've been marauding around and like taking territory. So I'm pretty sure like early on in this arc, they're like, we're going to have to go to war with the Mitanni. We are introduced to one of the other princes, Prince Zananza.
My favorite as a kid.
I mean, that is so fair.
Right. He was written for me to like.
Yeah.
I guess he was written for everybody to like.
I was like, he's a likable man.
He's a likable dude.
He's a likable guy. All right. So Prince Zananza is younger than Kail, so he's even further from possibly being king one day.
Right. Well, that's not the main reason he's so far from it.
Oh, he was also he was a illegitimate child.
I think so, yeah, because he was born to a handmaiden.
Yeah. Anyway, he's drawn on the Kail model,
Oh, very much so. They look like twins.
They look like twins. They're not. they look like not even from the same mom.
Same dad.
Dad's got all these genes in him. Okay.
Raised by the same mom.
Yeah, raised by the same mom, right? She adopted him, right? All right, so they're so it's supposed to be set up that it's like Zananza is both Kail's bestest bud, bros before hoes, but also obviously, as the younger, illegitimate, further from the throne one, not quite as good at all diplomacy things as Kail. There's supposed to be jealousy there. So Nakia is like, got a new pawn, right? Got a new one. This is where I thought that Ilbani would be evil, actually. Like, I was like, oh, he's going to go tell Nakia that Zenanza clearly likes Yuri. And yeah, he's going to put it in her head that she should put the wedge between them. That's not what happens. But I mean, although that read the part where she takes over Zenanza's mind and he kidnaps Yuri and does some more sexual assault to her, that all does happen. They go to a town. As he's assaulting her, the town starts to get attacked by the Mitanni. There's marauders going around. They're just like burning the town, stealing all the stuff. And so Yuri's like, it's not the time, Zenanza, you know?
Yeah, and then she like knees him in the stomach after jumping off a wall or something.
Yes, because she realized that like Nakia possesses people by water, so she had seen that that's how they made Tito come back to his senses. So she was like, if I just kick the water out of him.
Yeah. But it was also definitely like, oh yeah, actually, she kind of probably just kicked him in the nuts.
Probably.
She just killed that guy.
Yeah, he's fine.
He was fine. He got right back up and started killing people.
Yeah. So from this, you know, Yuri and Zenanza are like, oh no, we really do have to warn them about what the Mitanni are doing. We have to get in on this fight. We have to get Kail over here before the city falls. You know, so we do that. Then the back half of this arc is more about pre-planning this war, right? Like actually executing this war. Well, again, Yuri loves to just run right into that danger. So, the how Yuri runs into this is she initially is not, but you must know that Queen Nakia is looking for some artifact that is supposed to be able to let you take over anybody's consciousness, called the Dragon's Eye. But it got lost in one of the raids that the Mitanni did. And she's like, oh no, I must go get it back. And so everybody in the party is aware of this. And Yuri keeps trying to be like, hey, we should pay attention to that. Like, I know we've got like whole empires fighting each other and everything. But I think we should pay more attention to that. And Kail and everybody's like, no, Yuri, that's not the important part right now. So we shove that, you know, in the background. And we send. And so initially, Kail is like, I don't want to take Yuri with me into battle. And Yuri's like, no, take me. I can't bear to be away from you. I'm so in love with you. Take me.
And even if she was still on the like, I don't know if I'd like him like that. That's kind of weird. He's 20 something and I'm a 15-year-old girl from Japan who almost had a boyfriend. Even if she was on the fence about that, I think she at this point was maybe still a little conflicted about that.
Yeah, no, I think she didn't want to. Okay, because the stipulation from their father was that Zenanza and Kail could not return to Hattusa, the Hittite Empire, until they had completed the war. And they're like, that's going to take years.
Right.
And so Yuri's like, well, I don't want to be left here with Queen Nakia.
Yeah, exactly. Kail is her protector. And like the only one who has always actually been on her side. Like Zenanza also likes her and protects her, probably more for Kail's sake than hers, even if he does like her.
I think also as repentance for...
and repentance for, but yeah, that's what I was getting to. Like he did get possessed and kidnap her, and like she forgave him, but like that's gonna put a damper on any relationship.
Yeah, and like he assaulted her enough to give her hickeys.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think that this is one of the points where it's so clear that like an adult wrote this, and this is not how a 15-year-old would behave, where Yuri is very upstanding and like has the presence of mind to be like, Zenanza was possessed. I do not hold any grudge against him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really think about this. It's like, I think about this assault because there are still, for a few days, literal marks on my body that I'm trying to hide from Kail, right?
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's not like, oh, I'm so traumatized by like all this assault I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
So that's one of these parts where you're like, no, it's not how humans work, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually had a less generous read of it, I think, than you, that I noticed last time we talked about this, where
Which
I'm
part?
like, you call Yuri upstanding for this. Like, she forgives Zenanza. And I'm over here like, and how much of this is just like sort of accepting that this is what this is what the world is for women.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to keep going. Like that mindset absorbed into Chie Shinohara, absorbed into Yuri as a girl living in 1995 Japan, in 1995 Earth. Like, I don't know. The fact that sexual assault just keeps coming up over and over again, and like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm less inclined to necessarily call this a moral strength of Yuri's, is that she's able to just like move past it. I'm like, this is maybe a moral failing of the story.
Maybe. I want to counter this when I get to the end of the explanation of this arc for this for assault round 2.
God.
Or, round like 5 at this point, but like 2 for this arc.
Yeah.
And so now Kail initially resists bringing her, but then is like, okay, it is smarter to bring her, and like actively again, like Ilbani and his, like, all of them are like a team, right? And they're like, all right, we've all got a part to play here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like infiltrating a city that so this is where it kind of got like political machination-y.
Yeah, this one was fun.
Yeah. So it was basically the Mitanni had, taken a city, or like gotten a city on their side, and they think the Hittites don't know that. But Kail and his crew do know that. So they enter the city and they have this whole like role play thing that they're doing with each other, right? Where it's like, Kail will play up that he's a playboy, and they all think that we don't know that the Prince of Darkness, Mita Waza, of the Mitanni Empire is here and ready to kill us. So we're gonna like play this up and play them, right? So we're gonna take the city from the inside. So they're all like, Yuri gets dressed up in like a sexy dress. Like, definitely Tito's sisters are pretending they're like part of his harem. Yuri's like the main girl in his harem, but they're all part of his harem. When they're sneaking around, and they're not like actively engaging with the mayor and stuff of this town, they're like, guys, we gotta go find the maps of where they hide all the weapons and like where the troops are released from and stuff. But yeah, this is like a back and forth series of like who knows what at what time. And it kind of ends well for our heroes and kind of doesn't, because this is where Yuri messes up. She goes and looks for the dragon's eye, because she's like, that's still important, you guys.
Everyone else is like, no, girl.
No. Yeah, so then they don't know where she is in the chaos of them like executing their plan. Like, they're like, we set up the army outside, and Zenanza was ready, and we opened the gates, but now we don't know where Yuri is, right? And there's like some pushback. I think is this one where the townspeople rebel against the Mitanni? Maybe not.
No, I think that happened already. That was an earlier one.
Yeah, that was an earlier one. And
that was when Zenanza
and a later
got
one.
Possessed.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, well, whatever. The point is they like do take the city, but Mitawaza, God.
Matiwaza.
Matiwaza. Bad. Matiwaza. We knew we were going to mess up this guy's name.
Yeah.
All right. Matiwaza manages So I think he captures Yuri. He does not at this time know that she is supposed to be Ishtar or Kail's concubine. Two of the sisters go and add themselves to the pile of women that he has like captured to try to hide that she's Ishtar. But again, this is where it was kind of like fun political machinations where they like switched clothes because they were like, Yuri, you're wearing too rich of clothes. You're wearing like these purple, like beautiful dress, right? Like, so switch with us, one of us, and then he'll think it's one of us and it'll be okay. And she's like, okay. So they do that. But then he's like, nah, you're not. Like, to the sister who switched, he's like, nah, you're not. It's not you. And he's like sniffing around. He literally sniffs Yuri out and is like, you smell nice. Therefore, like, she smelled like Kail, who has fancy like incense and stuff that makes him smell nice. And he's like, only royals have that, basically.
Right.
So yeah, so from here, she gets taken deep into the Mitanni Empire, where he's like, they can't come get you here. They got to break through all these rings that we have of soldiers, and that's going to take years. So you're just part of my concubine now, right? Matiwaza is like, you're part of my concubine. And Yuri's like, ugh. Fine, but I'm not going down without a fight. I'm going to, still just keep running headlong into danger.
She is a bit lucky here in that Matiwaza has no sexual interest in her.
Yes. So Matiwaza literally is like, I do not care about taking you in my bed to like stick it to Kail. Like, I'm going to stick it to him. Like in war, like whatever,
Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. Like overconfident.
This is the bar.
Yeah. And so we get a bit of insight into the women in his concubine, which does include Nakia's sister, Nadia, which is why Asher was like, which one is it earlier? Who dis?
They're drawn the same.
Yeah, they're drawn. But so Kail is obviously extremely motivated to get Yuri back and is using his big brain and Obani's big brain and Zenanza's great loyalty and also brain to be
clear, Zenanza's brain is not great. It's just there.
Yeah. To systemically like take out, the Mitanni. So the two things that we are told that gives them an advantage is, again, they have iron weapons, which they're in the Bronze Age still. So they don't have iron. They haven't figured out how to like mine iron in any great quantity or, like do any smithing with it or whatever. But they've managed to get enough that's like making a difference, and iron is stronger than the bronze. And because with the use of the iron, the way that they've managed this is they added it to their chariots, which then allows them to put 3 people on it instead of 2. So they're like, oh no, this means that like one person can be driving and then one person can always be defending and one person can always be attacking, versus if you only have 2, there's always one person driving and then one person who's trying to attack and like defend.
Right. Which is pretty smart.
It's pretty smart. So Matiwaza, by the time that he realizes he is super going to lose, is like, all right, I guess the only way to stick it to Kail is to bed Ishtar, right? Like, and this assault, like the way that Yuri does fight this assault pretty aggressively, is the one where I'm like, I don't feel like the manga just accepts it. Right? Because she like bites his tongue and is like, I will bite it off if you don't stop. Like, we are going to fight, like. So it's both like, I see what you're saying. I don't necessarily disagree. I do think that there is like a weight, a seriousness that the series does give the assaults, that Yuri truly is like this is disgusting, right? Like, I hate this.
Yes.
It's
I
not
agree with that.
It's not like hot gimmick or whatever where like the assault starts to become sexy. Like, it does kind of start to become sexy with Kail, but I think that's like it's like not assault anymore. You know?
Yeah, Kail will stop if she says no, and she's starting to waver on whether she wants him to or not, you know?
Yeah.
She does still say no, and he still stops. Or they get interrupted, you know. Yeah, no.
All the time.
I don't think the manga ever thinks that rape is like okay and part of the way things should be. I just feel like it's
tacitly accepts that this is how everything is.
Yeah. The expectation is that men want to assault women, that women will be assaulted if they're not constantly vigilant, and even if they are. So, yeah, that's where I land with it. And it's like, oh, this is the worst thing that can happen to you besides death. And like, I don't know, I feel like Yuri, never explicitly, but it's like the things that Yuri gets threatened with are death, rape, lots of death, I don't know that the sexual assault is less frequent than the death. She gets imprisoned without sexual overtones once. You know? What else could happen to you in Hittite, in ancient, in the ancient Near East?
You could just be
plague.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, plague comes.
Plague comes. She's immune.
She could just get hurt, like I don't know. They could smash her fingers or something. You know, like something silly.
They never threaten to do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So it's like these are the dangers. You know, it's like, come on, be creative. I don't know.
I mean, yes, the assault is just like a lot.
Yeah,
constantly, and the series keeps moving, but like it is wearisome. Yes. Like, get a new trick. Sword Art Online. I
also feel like it was important in ancient Near East culture of this time for a woman's body to be untouched and only belong to like one man at a time, right?
Yes.
Unless she was a sex worker. But even then, like, you know, that was not, even at the time, a respected profession. And I feel like the way that our modern culture thinks about purity is actually coming through more in this story. Like, a woman who has known another man in biblical stories, that's not the end of the world. Mm-hmm. Plenty of remarried widows in biblical stories. So I don't know.
Is only like Yuri carrying that though? Because
no, I think the story is carrying it. I think it comes out most in Yuri because she's our girl.
She's a girl.
she's our girl. Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to think because, like, you know, we're told that Prince Kail is strange for not having a bunch of concubines and like multiple wives, right? Like his other royal brothers do, and
except for Zenanza.
Yeah, and I mean, part of what gets started in this arc is that Matiwaza was his sister, you know, became the queen of Egypt, is Nefertiti. Yeah. And so the next arc that we're going to discuss is, you know, her being like, I'm willing to marry, I want to marry a Hittite prince. It doesn't matter which one after her like husband dies. So I'm like, there is like this widows marrying, you know, other men thing happening.
Yeah. And it is different. Class is definitely at play in everything in Red River, right? Like, yeah, that's
like kind of its main thesis is Yuri being like, what is the point of power if not to help people who are in need and don't have as much means as you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I don't remember this princess of Egypt's I guess is she the queen? No. Her mother is still the queen. Nefertiti's still queen. So this princess of Egypt, I don't remember her name, but she's a princess. Yuri's a concubine of no lineage, right? Because she's from the future.
Yeah, they're like, what is Japan?
Yeah. Like, political marriages, like royal marriages in particular, are way different. Well, actually, maybe not. Well, yeah, no. She has an ability to choose men that I don't think we see any other woman in this series have, or at least not yet.
No, right? Yeah.
So I don't know that she feels like a counterexample to what I was saying about like our modern ideas of like the sanctity and purity of virginity and the horror of losing it filtering through into this story where it doesn't really into a culture where it wouldn't apply in quite the same way.
Yeah, they don't have Christianity yet.
They Judaism kind of like barely existed. So yeah, like the reason it was important for the property of a woman's body to belong to one man was for lineage, not for the inherent holiness of a woman's body that I do feel like we're weird about it today.
Right. Yeah, like Yuri is always like, I understand what a concubine is supposed to be and everything, but like there's always a but there.
Yeah, and like I want to point out that it's a little the purity culture is there for the men too, in that like our quote good unquote guys are the guys who don't have multiple girlfriends or any girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a judgment going on here.
with Kail and Zananza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think this is also the arc where the good versus evil, speaking of the good guys, is the most like on the nose and hard to swallow, right? Like
yeah.
Like, it's very much like the Mitanni are bad and like rape all the women and steal all your stuff, and the Hittites are good. Or actually like
it's not even just the Hittites are good. They have a good monarch.
They have a good monarch who would never do such a thing.
Who has told them not to do these things that are bad.
Yes.
So it's not just like, oh, these are the good guys. It's Kail is a good prince.
Yeah. And he guides his people to be good. He's the shining star that rallies them to be good people. And I'm just no.
No. And like Kail is drawn as blonde. Matiwaza is drawn as not.
Yes. That's super not.
Like
he has a scar on his face.
Right?
He has dark hair. He's the darkling.
He's literally called the Prince of Darkness.
I know.
You couldn't get over it.
I know. The Prince of Darkness. That's who I want to follow, like,
Right.
What? I mean, in the end, the people of the city do rebel and try to and that's like why Yuri is not legit, taken by him.
Right. I was like, wait, how did that end? Right.
Yeah, she was, she couldn't actually like fight him off and bite off his tongue fully, but they come and are like, we are all suffering and have no food and are being attacked, and you're here, fooling around with a woman. Die.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Satisfying, yeah. And I mean, yeah, like Machiwaza is shown to be like a straight up misogynist because he like felt betrayed by his sister going to Egypt and just becoming like a man's plaything, but then like he's doing the worst stuff. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Machiwaza, whatever. This is the first time we see Urhi uncloaked. He has infiltrated our good guy cohort, which is how some things went wrong in the political machinations. They were like, oh, he didn't account for Queen Nakia spy, like among us, because there were different times where they sent like soldiers, but like a small contingent of soldiers back and forth to relay messages and convey things to other cohorts, but Urhi made sure that they didn't get there, So this one was tonally like kind of like heavy, but then also like the most black and white. And anyway, I love the picture of the girl gang who will cut you. That happened.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. I also love when they are posing as a harem because they just get to be pretty and they're like, hi. They go from we're totally pretty and love, just being eye candy to we will cut you though.
And they will.
Come a little closer and we'll cut you.
Yeah.
This is also the arc where we get peak Kail corniness. So there is an exchange that happens where, like Kail and Yuri are like actually falling in love and kind of trying to like, Kail's pushing the boundaries and Yuri is like, no, like we should say like, I love you first and stuff. And Kail's like, what? And then like Yuri just draws a heart in wine. Like, I don't even remember what on, like, it doesn't matter.
His hand.
Oh, on his hand, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is this mysterious thing? Because they don't, I don't know. This isn't how they did pictograms. They didn't have MRIs, like CT scans, whatever. I don't know. This isn't how they did pictograms. So he's like, what is this? And she's like, it means I love you. And so when she is in the captivity of Machiwaza, at one point he sends like a message that's like a silly bargain that he knows Machiwaza will not take. But then there's another message that he's like, get this to Yuri, that Zananza gets to Yuri, and then it's just a heart in a stone tablet. I'm like, this man is corny.
He is. He is.
I love him. And then I just genuinely love that Yuri was like, I will bite your tongue off, Machiwaza, if you don't hop off my girl, man. I'm like, good for you. Good for you. Okay, there are 2 other arcs, but they're shorter than this middle one was.
That's true. This one was long.
This one was long. Like, I think that's good, but it was very long. Trying to keep me focused, I was like, okay, I'm here. All right. Anyway, so this next one was, again, I mentioned it, the Queen of Egypt. I get confused a little bit. Anyway, they were like, I want to marry a Hittite prince. I don't care which one. And Nakia obviously is like, I'm going to send Kail. And then Kail can get murdered like in Egypt. And then we can go get into a big battle with Egypt. And then all the other ones can die. And then my son, Judah, can become the king. And I'm like, all right, girl, that's a really elaborate plan. All right. It's a lot of things sound like they could go wrong.
She's not letting her dreams be dreams.
She's trying real hard. So they decide, again, this is one of the like stupider things where they're like, the most fair way to pick which prince has to go is to have a chariot race. I'm like, how? How is that the most fair way? How? Okay. Like,
well, wasn't that either Urhi or Nakia's
but then
idea?
But then the council or whatever all were like, yeah, that is a smart idea. What?
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, that's the kind of story you do hear all the time in like the Bible.
You're like, that's
fairy
politics.
tales, whatever.
Like,
that is politics.
Okay. All right. Well, so yes. So Judah is actually like, I wouldn't mind going. Like, I'm gonna beat, like Judah is young enough that he is not privy to what his mother Nakia is doing.
Yeah. He has an inkling, but like it's not a strong inkling.
Yeah. And so literally Ilbani, yes, Ilbani in this, I said it so weird the first time, in this arc is like, guys, we need to make sure Kail can't go. Or no, is it, who gives them the drugs? Was it Judah?
Yeah.
Okay, Judah's like, no, Kail can't go. So we drug him. We do drug him. Yuri does the drugging.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. And so Judah's like, I will go be king of Egypt, but it's Zananza. And Zananza wins the chariot race. So Yuri, again, loves to get into trouble and decides that she's like, I want to go with Zananza. I want to take Zananza to Egypt.
Just to the border.
Yeah, just to the border, and then I'll come back. I want to see Zananza off. So Queen Nakia is like, my first plan has been foiled, which again, there were so many ways this could go wrong. This was just step one. So it went wrong. So she's like, my plan was foiled. No matter. I shall make sure that Zananza is killed. I will send, my soldiers who are loyal to me along with this convoy that's taking him to Egypt. And all my soldiers will kill all the other soldiers and Zananza and Yuri. And then they will make it look like the Egyptians did it. And then we shall commence war and all the other princes would die. So we're still like kind of on the same plan, but like, there's a new step has to happen. So Queen Nakia soldiers go and they do kill Zananza. They make a valiant effort to kill Yuri's horse.
Everybody.
And Yuri. I think they do kill everybody, but Aslan, the horse, and Yuri.
And Yuri, obviously.
Yes. Because only one of Nakia's soldiers survive, because like one of them kills all the other soldiers too, and is like, there are no witnesses now. It's just me, right? Like,
yeah.
And I'm gonna run home and say what such a good job I did. So the way that they thought Yuri was dead because they shot her in the back with an arrow, but Yuri is not dead. She manages to find some nice Egypt soldiers.
Just one.
Ramses? Is that how we say it?
That is how we say it.
Okay, Ramses. Yes.
Well, that's how the Prince of Egypt says it.
Okay, and that's all that really matters.
That's all that matters to me.
Okay, so she finds, hot Ramses and is like, please, womanizer Egypt version. Please help me. And he's like, no, girl, I am looking for an oasis so that I can get some honeys. You are not hot and you are almost dead. Like, that is not fun. That's basically his vibes.
Basically.
But then she's very persistent. She's like, you will help me. Like, oh my God. And he's like, all right, chill. You want me to take that arrow out of your back? And she's like, no, not that. You gotta get me, back to the Hittite border so that I can tell them that the Egyptians didn't do it, so that we can prevent war. Okay? Help me out. He's like, all right. This is stupid. Guiding a half-dead girl and her half-dead horse through a desert. Dumb.
Been through the desert on a horse.
Yep. It all comes back. Now it's Mars. No, see? Okay. So they do make it back to the city, just as, all the political discussions are happening where they're like, King Supli, how do we say it?
I need to look at it to pronounce it.
I know, I didn't write that one down.
It was This one I know for sure is a real one too. It's like Soupy Luliuma or something.
Yes. Okay. So that guy is like, I don't know. I need some proof that the Egyptians did it. You know, like he's trying to do some diplomacy. And again, some like weak, not evidence. Again, it's not evidence. It's just like somebody else comes and is like, yeah, they did it. And he's like, oh my God, they did it. Right? Like, it's crazy.
No, didn't he? He brought an arrow.
Oh,
he brought an Egyptian arrow.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, this evidence is everything or whatever. So, so Yuri manages to get there. You know, they manage to get there just in time for her to be like, no, the Egyptians did not murder Zananza.
Or me,
because I'm here. Look at me. You know? And they're like, and Kail, of course, is like, what? Well, at least I have one of them alive. Okay, tell me more. You know? And so they go back and forth where they're like, well, it's really just this soldier's word versus this unknown concubine girl. Like, you can't trust a girl, right? Like, you know?
Even if she's Ishtar.
Like, come on now. So they're like, do you have any evidence of this girl? And she's like, yes. Look at this arrow in my back. I can, and then she's, you know, they're like, can't tell from the end of the arrow that's sticking out of her. So she's like, Kail, you must dig this arrow out of my back, basically. And Kail's like, babe, that's gonna hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt a lot. You can bite my shoulder while we do this, babe. Okay. So they do it. And she uses the arrow head, like they make like different countries and clans make arrowheads differently. So they're like, oh my God, it truly is an Egyptian arrow. And so she was doing her own.
No, it was a Hittite arrow.
It was a Hittite arrow. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes. So it was a Hittite arrow from the man who, you know, said it was totally an Egyptian arrow.
Right, because he made it himself.
Yeah. So, yeah, so she had been doing her own political machinations where she purposely told Ramses not to remove the arrow because she knew that she needed to keep it in her as evidence. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, you're so good. You're not a 16-year-old, but you're so good.
Yuri, the only one for
You're
me.
the only one for me. Priceless like a PS3. Yes. Zananza is really dead, though. Zananza.
Yeah. Rip Zananza. This is where I stopped reading when I was a kid. I was like, nope.
You were like, nope, you killed the best one.
Yeah.
Nope. This all makes sense now.
Right?
This makes so much sense.
I have not changed as a person significantly.
This is like when you read The Knife of Never Letting Go and you're like, they killed the dog? Nope.
Okay, but they didn't do that until the very end.
I know, but there are more books and you're like, nope.
Oh yeah, no. They killed the dog.
Killed the dog. Worthless.
Benji was the best character. Stupid.
Yeah, so they killed Zananza and you're like, stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb.
They killed the dog.
They killed the dog. He was a dog, it's true. Yeah, so I mean, standout moments from this are like, Asher and I just read the book Horse by Geraldine Brooks, which is another historical fiction, doesn't go back as far in time, obviously. It's about like Civil War America and horse racing. But, you know, it talks a lot about how horses are so fragile, like you hurt them a little bit and you basically have to kill them after that because they can't do anything. But yeah, so Aslan got like 10 arrows in him, but he's still kicking. What a horse. So good. Great horse.
Good horse.
Good horse. And I mean, like, Yuri having the arrow in her back for 4 days and having a permanent scar over it is like the most highlight of what we've read so far. Like that's peak. That's peak.
My wife is so violent.
I am. What? I just like badasses, man. What can you? Okay, so I do feel that we moved fairly quickly away from like, oh no, Zananza is dead to the next arc. Like it was just suddenly
no. It was,
and now there's a plague that killed the emperor. That killed the king. There was just a drawing of the Grim Reaper, and I was like, I don't feel like we properly mourned.
We did not.
Okay, cool. But here we go in a little plague arc. Okay, so they call it the 7-day fever in here, and it's like ravaging the Hittite Empire. I should also say that Ramses gets to stay, like in the aftermath of them realizing the Egyptians didn't kill Zananza. They're like, let's, as a offering of peace and unity, send envoys to each other. So Ramses is part of this envoy that is now staying like in Hattusa.
Yeah.
So he's just there. He doesn't really do anything in this arc. I'm just noting that.
No. He is the one who tells Yuri what's going on.
Yes. But he doesn't like play an active role in anything.
No. He's just a tattletale.
Yeah. Because that's who he is.
Yeah, he's a brat.
He's a brat. Peak brat. Yeah, so there's a plague spreading over the kingdom, and obviously it killed the king. So now Aruwanda, Aruwan. Yeah, I think that's his name. Aruwanda, yes.
There's an N in there.
There's an N in there.
I mean, there's two N's in there.
Arnuwanda, yes.
No, Arnuwanda.
Okay. Arnuwanda.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're getting somewhere. He is now king because he was the crown prince. We haven't even talked about him. He's not important.
No, the story is like he's not really a contender.
Yeah, he's here. So Kail has now been named crown prince again. Nakia wanted Judah to be named that. She does not win anything because she's a cartoon villain in Sailor Moon. Kail is now crown prince, and he's doing all the work. And obviously, he's like, Yuri, please do not go outside. Do not get the plague. Because then if you get the plague, you might die. You will most likely die. And that is bad. And I do not want that. So she's mostly obeying. She's obeying, okay? She's like... But then she starts to hear whispers of like, Naki is doing something and it's harming Kail's reputation. And she's like, oh my God. And so like, there's a scene where Kail tries to like seduce her and she's like, what are you hiding from me? And he's just like, gotta go now, babe, bye. And she tries to like blackmail Kikuri, and he tells her half of the truth, which is that Nakia took a thing out of her playbook where she set up a bunch of houses of rest for people who are sick to save face and make people think that she's a good person. And Yuri had done this earlier in the story when she was in the Mitanni Empire. Part of the deal she made with Matiwaza.
Very good. You got it.
With Matiwaza was that, because at one point she gets into Matiwaza tries to be like, I don't believe you're Ishtar. So he does a test against her where she has to fight a lion. And she wins the fight against the lion. Another badass moment that I was like, I vaguely remember this. Now I remember. What a badass. So she wins a fight against a lion with the help of Aslan. And Matiwaza is like, you know what? We made a deal that if you won, I would do whatever you wanted. So you can go back to your man now. And she's like, no, that's not what I want. I want you to treat the people that you have captured and, enslaved. I want you to treat them nice. And he's like, what? Madness.
Unheard of.
But fine. Like, I will do it. And so as part of that, she like set up houses of rest for people in that town because she was like saw that they weren't cleanly and all this stuff. And she's like, no, they need like, they'll never recover if it's not nice. Because he was like, I am treating them nice. And then she found the loophole in he's treating them nice is like if they got hurt when they were doing their manual labor, he sent them to this crappy, house of rest where they almost assuredly died or like were crippled and, sad forever. So that's step one of Nakia's thing. And then Ramses, because he's just this guy, comes and tells her the other thing, which is that there's a fake Ishtar in another town that has the plague. And this fake Ishtar sucks, right? It's like very tyrannical, very like having parties and flaunting things while everybody's dying around her and won't share her food. That's what's happening. So Yuri, being peak Yuri, is like, I gotta go solve this on my own. I gotta go confront them and just be like, I'm Ishtar. You can see how this doesn't work.
Not for her own reputation, but for Kail's.
For Kail's reputation, yes. So when she goes, obviously nobody believes that she's Ishtar. None of these people have seen Ishtar. They're like, this lady, this hot babe who has dark hair is clearly Ishtar. You are like, what are you? Like, you're not pretty. You're wearing boys' clothes. Like, what are you doing? Right?
Oh my God, yeah.
So, yeah, she gets thrown in jail.
As one does.
As one does. She keeps confronting the fake Ishtar. She becomes like a servant to the fake Ishtar at one point and is like, shouldn't you share all your food with all the sick people who are suffering? Discovers the houses of rest are like only for wealthy people and all the other people are just getting thrown into like Death Valley over here, like they're getting thrown into a abyss basically. So she does a classic like rebellion stuff, fights for the people. She touches a sick child, and this is where we have the most like anachronistic yes thing that happens is like at one point they find a doctor and the doctor is like, oh yes, I've noticed that if you've had the disease as a child, because there's the son of the mayor had the disease as a child, so he's like, I can't get it again, I'm helping the people, he's no father of mine, like upstanding stuff like this. So this doctor is like, yes, I've noticed if you had it as a child, it like inoculates you against ever getting it again or whatever. So if only I could give a little bit of the disease to every child, then nobody would get it. I'm like, and then Yuri's like, that's why I can't, because vaccines, right? Like I was vaccinated against all of these things. And I'm like, listen, I know you put that there so that Yuri could have a moment of being like, vaccines, right? But like, there is no way these people had any idea about vaccines.
No.
Like, we don't know.
Yeah, no.
Like, modern medicine is truly so modern, y'all. Like,
yeah,
we're like bloodletting until like the 1800s.
No, we were bloodletting after that still.
Yeah,
and like at this time, sickness and plague was punishment from the gods for the misdeeds of the rulers or the people, like usually worshiping the wrong gods. Yeah,
that is not acknowledged at all.
No. Or like,
well, I mean, it's like tacitly acknowledged by them.
Yeah. Or like attending a sacrifice while in an impure state. Like, you could make a case about that having some sense of cleanliness equals health, but like not really. That's not what it was.
Yeah. So that's like never overtly acknowledged in any way. And you're just like, cool, whatever. So this one ends kind of funny. Like the stakes weren't as high as other things that have happened so far. So, they do like Kail comes and has dispersed more food to this town because he knew they were in dire straits. But, they don't have trucks. So it takes a while for everything to get here. They don't have refrigeration.
They don't have trucks.
They don't have trucks. They don't have refrigeration. It's like, it's bad. I know.
Inconceivable.
I know. So, he's like, see, I had it under, and then it's kind of supposed to be a see, Kail had it under control all along situation. Like, he was trying to hide all this stuff from Yuri, and Yuri did not need to interfere. But like, she did get the people on her side, and they did take down fake Ishtar. So yeah, like Kail rolls into town and is like, hey, so can you take me to Ishtar? And they're like, yes, of course. And they take him to fake Ishtar, and he's like, no, I don't. Who's this lady? I don't know this lady. She doesn't go here. And he's like, okay, where's real Ishtar? And they're like, I don't know what you mean. And he's like, okay, let me ask the question differently. Okay, where are you having trouble right now? What a moment.
It was pretty good. It was so good.
What is who is bothering you right now? Okay. That's Ishtar. Anyway, in the end, we get fake Ishtar onto our team. Her name is Ursula. She becomes a new handmaiden. And Yuri's argument for this is literally, they're again like, you have, you pretended to be someone of import, so you have to die. And Yuri's like, no, we don't need to kill her, or whatever, or like imprison her or anything. And they're like, but she must be punished. And Yuri's like, she can be my handmaiden. And they're like, that doesn't seem smart. And Yuri's like, Tito's sisters wanted to kill me and they're all my handmaidens now. Shrug. Like, I don't know. And they're like, that's a good point. Just like, is that a good point?
Is it?
Like, is that a good point? I don't know about that. I am not sure about that. Yeah, so we don't know a lot about Ursula yet, but she was like, I did it because I came from such a poor family and I wanted to touch the sun at least one time. And now she's kind of like the spicy one, she's like, I'll spice this up.
Yeah, she's our in a world without Cosmo magazine.
Yeah.
She's our 10 tips to get your man.
Yeah. She's like, Yuri and Kail have been together for 18 months and they have not done it yet? What is We need to work on this, y'all. And Ilbani's like, I'm listening.
The girls too.
Yeah. Everyone's like, I'm listening. Oh my god. Anyway, I think this arc is the one that overtly kind of addresses inequality. Again, not like in a satisfying way.
No.
Like, again, when you're reading it, you're very much like, I totally love Yuri and Kail. I'm into it. I do think that they're good people. I just don't like, this isn't like, most people's lives suck, and they're not making it like, they're making it a bit better, but like not systemically so.
No. And they won't.
No.
Come on.
I know they won't, but so silly. It just I don't like, I don't want to say that, but like, it might be what I feel is like, even more than the constant like assault stuff, I think the inability to really condemn this society annoys me, right? And I know that like, it's like not the point of the story. Like, it's not a story that's like, let's go condemn all our forefathers, right? Like, this is told from a place of love on Shinohara's part. Like, there's literally one of the opening authors or the end author's notes or whatever. That's like, the two things I love in life are cats and like,
and the ancient Near East.
And the ancient Middle East. And you're like, what?
This is for sure like her getting to live her special interest life to the extreme.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like, she talks about going on multiple trips, to do research, and and all this stuff, like talks about going to Syria, and I'm like, that's like wild to think about in 2026, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. But so, I mean, the special interest parts are definitely what makes it the best, but then I think it can be a little like too fangirly in this way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Yeah. Versus like the assault at least feels like it carries consequence and condemnation.
I see.
I don't know. So that's where we are. Again, there was one more chapter where somebody who Kail used to do the deed with has come and said that she's had his baby, and he's like, and you know, this makes Yuri jealous, but he's like, babe, it's really not my child. Like, yeah, I did, you know, do that with her, but that's not my baby, right? Like, he like takes her to his mother's tomb to like prove it.
Prove his sincerity anyway.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
obviously, there's no proof in his mother's tomb. I don't know what that proof would be, but it should not be there.
No, it's just to prove his sincerity. And he's like, I remember the last time that I slept with her, and it was more than a year ago. So his timeline doesn't make any sense. And so that's
more than a year before the baby was born.
Yeah. Which would make sense because Yuri's been here for 18 months anyway.
I didn't think about that. That's because it's good that I read this with you, because I do not hold on to numbers like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, he could have in the beginning been like, I don't care, right? Like, but even so, like, definitely within 3 months, he was like, oh, I do love her, right? And like, I only want to be with her. So it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Plus, he was sleeping in her, like they were sharing a bed for her safety. So like, when would he have?
Yeah. Unless he cheated on her in that Mitani arc where they were separated for like 10 months. But like,
but we know
we know he did. Exactly.
Also, still wouldn't have made sense timeline wise.
No. Yeah. So don't know where all that's gonna go. But okay.
Find out next time
on Red River. I did want to point out that I do think it's sad that, so I mean, I don't want to assign blame for why this happened, but I do think it's sad that Viz had to republish their initial translations of this manga. Like it's just a repackaging of their old stuff, which is what happened with like Banana Fish too. And I could speculate about why I think that is, but I will resist. So it just sucks because there were definitely like noticeable typos, or again, places where it was like, we talked about the city of like Karkesh or whatever, and the spelling of it changes through different volumes. The funniest / worst gaffe to me was that, okay, so the timeline of Viz translating Red River is, again, Red River started in Japan in 1995 or like 96, so somewhere in the mid 90s. Viz did not begin translating it and like bringing it over until like the early to mid 2000s, right? I think it was 2004. So there's like almost a 10-year gap. And now we're, 20 years from that too. So great. So on the first page of the manga, you are situated in time, which when it was first published would have been contemporary, right? Like it would have just been the year that it was published. So it's like Japan, 1995. You're like, cool. So Viz keeps that. That's the first page. It says Japan, 1995. Like 10 pages later, 20 pages later, whenever she gets sucked in by Nakia's water magic or whatever, it's like, oh no, what am I doing here in the Hittite Empire? I'm a girl from 21st century Japan. I was like, you are not a girl from 21st century Japan. And 21st century Japan is repeated at least 5 times, like over the first probably as many volumes, if not more. And I know that somebody on Blue Sky pointed out to me that maybe Viz made a choice to be like, oh, well, we're publishing it in the 2000s, so we've made it the 21st century. And I was like, no, they did not, because they said it was 1995. And then the last time that this was mentioned, it did correctly say 20th century. And I was like, we finally figured it out.
Hey.
We figured it out.
Again, a thing I didn't notice or care about because I don't pay attention to numbers.
Oh my God. I was just like, wait, hold up.
No,
like immediately.
I know. You mentioned it a bunch of times
just so
while we were reading.
Stupid. Just so dumb. I think part of it is annoying to me because those 10 years make a big difference. And like reading this now when we have smartphones, like I'm connected. I have 3 different computers, right? Like, like I'm only using one, but it's connected to a second screen. Like, all this stuff. Like, that was not things in 1990. Like, we barely had the internet. Like flat computers, like laptops were just becoming a thing, and they were not this flat. Like. So what I'm trying to say is that the difference between us thinking like a Japanese girl from 1995 getting sucked back to the Hittite Empire is enough. Like, that's a big gap, right? Like, we have cars and radios and like cameras and whatever by this point. So it's like a bunch of technological change. It is overtly addressing those technological changes and everything. But then, like, for us, that's like just a whole other layer now, right? Like, I definitely, while reading this, kept thinking about how all their spy games, I'm like, like, Yuri still thinks this somewhat makes sense to her as a girl from 1995, but to us, we just be like, man, like, texts, like, I don't know, like spyware is everywhere, like, it's all being filmed. This is all Big Brother's watching you, like.
Oh my God.
So I think that's why my tech brain was like, it's hard to disengage because I work with the tech brain every day.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have this problem.
Okay, well, good for you.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. you like it. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the first 9 volumes of Red River. I do feel like the only ship we should talk about now is Zenanza and Yuri, because Zenanza is dead. So if you have anything to talk about Zenanza and Yuri's dynamic, please let it out now.
Okay. Yeah, that was never ever going to be a ship. Like, canonicity doesn't matter when it comes to shipping, but like the comparison he was always making was to his mom. This is some Toru Yuki misplaced mommy feelings, I guess.
Affection.
Yeah.
Confused.
Yeah. Like, and I don't really need that, but I do feel bad for Zenanza.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, you really killed Zenanza. He got buried in sand.
Yeah, he did not need that. Yeah, he did not deserve that.
I was like, Asher doesn't have a choice but to keep reading now, but I can absolutely see, based on what I know of Asher, that he just is like, nope, as a younger person.
Oh yeah, nah.
It's like, you killed my precious fun boy Zenanza. Did you love when Zenanza belatedly gave Kail Yuri's message?
Yes, I did. I loved it then. I love it now. So funny. Rip.
Kail will never forget.
No. I think he did. I think he did forget already.
That's so sad.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he remembered. Who can say?
I don't know. It'll probably come back up again.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
We'll do a loving tribute in like volume 23 to Zenanza again.
We miss you, Zenanza.
Yeah, I miss you, Zenanza.
maybe Queen Nakio will exhume his corpse and like possess it again. That seems like the kind of thing that would happen, right? Yeah. Doesn't that feel like 1995 manga to you?
Yeah. When we start running out of ideas, we'll just be like, remember how Zenanza's corpse is just in a desert? Like, got him. It's going to be great. Everybody right now who knows what happens is like, what the Anyway.
Or they're going to be like, whoa,
wow.
Asher's a genius. How did he predict that?
Asher's a genius. We're going to find out next time on Shojo Tell. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening to Shojo Tell. Comments, questions, constructive criticism, concerns. Need to tell us how much you love Zenanza? Email shojoandtell@gmail.com or leave a comment on the episode's YouTube page. We're at Shojo and Tell on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Tumblr. You cannot find Asher on the internet. If you think you found him, no, you didn't. You didn't. Are you excited every time you see a new episode from us? If so, please consider leaving a rating on Apple Podcasts. This will help the show reach more hearts, or at least ears. Or you can do like the thumbs up thingy on Spotify. Lots of ways. See? Go find the place where it says, do you like this? And other people can see that you like it. Okay. Thanks again for listening. We'll be back next time for the middle third of Red River. Everybody's favorite place of stories, right? The middle? Yeah. We'll find out how many children Kail really has. Stay tuned. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Hey. We've got one too. On your back. You know, a plum. I can see it.
I do, really? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's only a little one, though.
You're the only one for me.
Tried so hard to make you see. You're the
only one for me. Priceless like a PS3. Will forever be. Wow, level 70.
I tried so hard to Pikachu. That seems relevant to this.
Wow. All due credit to Leet Street Boys.
Leet Street Boys.
Yeah, because it was a play on Backstreet Boys.
I don't think I understood that until just now.
I didn't either. I did not either, actually.
You're like, as I've said it, I realize what this is a play on. We've discovered so much on this podcast. Glad I kept recording.
You still do bloopers?
Oh, I'm definitely putting this at the end. Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy. Okay.